In Kenosha, Wisconsin, police say Jacob Blake was not obeying commands, so their use of force quickly escalated from taser to gunshots. In Minneapolis, George Floyd died after a police officer's continued physical force. Studies show that police use some kind of force at least 500,000 times a year, often amping it up for failure to immediately comply with an order. But the spate of recent deadly encounters has many police chiefs telling their recruits that's outdated thinking.
What we can't be is what generations before us have been. We can't be the authoritative because I said so type of police. We have to soften the edges.
In Bergen County, New Jersey, police recruits get tactical training and learn how to shoot. But they're also taught that few officers ever fire their guns on the street, and that learning how to calm things down can be even more important. In Florida's Volusia County, new deputies are screened for how they handle stress and think through problems.
They have to use their wits. They have to use their problem-solving abilities. They have to call in the right group of people to diffuse that situation.
They're taught it can be effective to take a timeout, to back off. And the sheriff says it's working, with use of force incidents down 60%.
It teaches you that time is on your side, that you can slow things down and take as much effort as you need to work through this problem without escalating the issue.
Chuck Wexler of the Police Executive Research Forum has long advocated training in what's called de-escalation. Now he says leaders in every police department in America should review videos like the Jacob Blake shooting and ask, how would I handle that?
17,000 police departments looking at that video and asking themselves, what would we do differently that would make a difference? That would be a game changer.
Wexler says police are reluctant to second-guess each other or criticize bad police behavior, but he says that culture must change.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.